Okay, so 2011 X really needs a rework, which he's apparently getting at some point, but for now, I'm gonna tell you how to play 2011 X. So, first up we have M1, which is pretty obvious. He's a M1 Heat, deals 45 damage if you hit Heat. And then we get into the actual abilities. First of all, before I go into them, 2011 X is a killer that kills waifus one by one, so you really want to have a waifu alone by themselves when you try to kill them. It makes things significantly easier, otherwise you get bullied, which isn't that bad in some cases, which I'll get on to later on. So, invisibility. It makes you invisible. Who would have guessed? It also boosts your movement speed and makes you unable to jump for some dumb reason. And once the glitch is fixed, lets you teleport to someone. So, this is a good way to locate people, as he also reveals the Oa if you're close. So, at the start of the match, you want to use invisibility instead of God's Trickery if you're able to. But if you can't find someone quick, you want to use God's Trickery. You will have a little bit of end lag upon reappearing, either through pressing invisibility again, teleporting, or letting ability run out. Only if you close to someone though, so if you're far away and deactivate invisibility, you won't have that end lag. So in some cases, that's preferred. And something I never see people use invisibility for is for chasing after someone. If you go invisible, the speed boost is enough to catch someone who used some sort of mobility ability. You can just keep up with them and then reappear, and then continue fighting them instead of them being too far away for you to do anything. Also, if you go on a screen and then you can deactivate invisibility in there and get the drop on someone. Okay, next up, charge. After blinking 3 times, 2011X charges at someone wherever your camera is aiming, and starts slowly dealing damage to them. This very heavily cements his place as a 1x1 survivor killer. I'm just spouting rude, aren't I? As getting stunned once will let the survivor go free. This is a move to get waifus near each other if you want that in some cases. Oh, to finish off, as if a waifu is at 15 HP or less, they will instantly be down/killed. You can also just be used to get to someone, as you are able to fly anywhere while using it. And next up is God's Trickery. You slowly turn invisible, and then you teleport to someone and attack them. And 3 clones of you will attack other people, which if they fail, they will only receive a disorienting effect for a little bit. If you don't know where anyone is, you can use these instead of invisibility to get them. And you might put you at an advantage compared to invisibility sometimes. It's basically just find where people are is its main use. And now finally we have Rage Mode. The main mechanic of 2011X, basically. So, you got into a fight with a bunch of waifus at once and got absolutely bullied. Well, fret not, cause Rage Mode is here. The longer you spend stunned, the more your rage bar fills up. And until that rage bar is filled up, you're basically just messing around, and most stuns are fine unless it's really inconvenient to be stunned at that moment. So, in most cases, just destroy a command shield. You get 1 second of stun, a little bit of rage charge, and can immediately go back to chasing him. And a bunch of stuns, usually. And once that rage mode fills up, you might want to not immediately activate it, depending on the situation, but you usually want to use it before the Reen appears, as the Reen will immediately reappear once rage mode is deactivated, and people already know where the Reen is during the entirety of rage mode. So keep that in mind, and I just realized I forgot to talk about the benefits of Rage Mode. During Rage Mode, you are stunned for less time, so you can ignore the majority of stuns. You deal slightly more damage, but have a longer M1 cooldown. And you cannot use God's Trickery, so depending on the situation, you might want to use that before Rage Mode. And invisibility also makes you slow and lets you see where everyone is temporarily. Also, you can see where everyone is whenever you hit someone, which is the preferred way to do it. So it's really important to land your hits during this mode, and then you can just take into application of your charge and beat them up, I guess. Then once rage mode runs out, you have no reason to be stunned anymore, so... Well, actually just when the bar fills up, you have no reason to stun, so just don't try your best to avoid getting stunned in most cases. And hopefully some of these nonsense I spouted helped you. Also because 2011 X, he's specifically good at killing Swaifus one by one, he excels very well in doing LMS. So enjoy and see you later.
Ready or not, here I come!